Not sure how the lighting is in here, but fuck it. Be okay with building your own identity. If there's certain things that you like that other people don't like, still stay true to you. If there's habits that you have that are weird and obnoxious, stay true to you. As long as it's conducive to your success and what you want to do, just do it. You have to understand that your vision is not meant for everyone to understand. So when you do certain things that are out of the ordinary, or why is somebody that's 20 years old doing this? Why is someone that's 23 doing this? Why are you 22 and you're doing this? You have to understand that a lot of the time when people see you doing these things, it's because they weren't doing the same shit you're doing at this early of an age. And when people see that shit, there's one of two things that will happen. Either A, they'll inspire you, or B, they'll be a detriment. And most of the time, the people that are near and dear close to you are the detriment. And the reason why I say it is because there will be points in time where I'll say, hey, I did this, or I spent this amount of money on this. And the people that are near and dear closest to me will look at me crazy like, you did that? Or why would you do that? That's so stupid. What are you doing spending all this money on X, Y, and Z? And I know I bring money into it a lot, but I think from what I've been able to accomplish at this early of an age has allowed me to spend money on certain things that I want to spend money on. Some people think it's crazy to spend $600 a month on a gym membership. I don't think it's that much. The reason why I say that is because number one, my body is the most important asset that I have. If I don't take care of it, who else will? And number two, health is wealth. I have to have longevity in this shit. I want to make sure that not only I'm taking care of myself, but the people around me, my friends, family, all that shit. So I have to make sure that my physical is very well taken care of. That's why proper nutrition is important. That's why proper sleep is important. That's why proper training is important. And in that $600 includes my membership and my personal training fees. So that's why I spend $600 a month at a gym. Now, some people may say, oh, I would never. But also, too, the reason why you probably would never is because you're not even consistent with doing the things that you know you need to do on a daily basis. I knew when I was spending $600 a month on the gym, I was already going to the gym consistently, probably at least for 2, 3 years straight, 4 years straight. So I already built that habit of number one. Number two, I wanted to take my training to another level. Yeah, it's cool to do the bicep curls, the lat extensions, the fucking leg curls, the squats, all that other shit. But for me and what I wanted my training to look like, I wanted longevity and mobility. And obviously strength training is a part of that, but also too, I wanted to do a lot more unorthodox movements where I'm doing things that if someone else were to do them, they would get hurt. Me, I'm fine because that's how I train. I train in a way that is I'm doing movements that aren't super regular and super eccentric to the point where you're supposed to move the weight like this. Maybe it's me bending over a certain way to pick up a certain amount of weight because in this situation, most of the time when people are picking up boxes of shit off the floor, that's how they fuck their back up, or that's how they pull something, or them making some sort of little move, trying to play with their kid, they fuck some shit up. So I say that to say is like some people aren't meant to understand why you do what you do, and that's okay. Just stick true to who you are. Yeah, I could have stopped paying $600 a month a long time ago and just got been okay with getting a Planet Fitness membership for $20 a month and been a okay with that. But for me, like I'm my best investment. If I don't best invest in myself, who else will? Who else will? And you have to realize like there's going to be a point in time where you have to invest in yourself to get to the next level. It may not necessarily be about blowing money on bullshit or doing dumb shit like gambling. I don't gamble. I don't spend a lot of money on fucking I don't do drugs. I don't spend money on drugs. I don't even spend that much money on alcohol. When I mean that much money, I'm like I probably spend maybe less than $100 every like 3 weeks. So what? That's $30 a week, if that. So that might be like a drink or two at a really nice place. Like I'm not really drinking that much. I'm not buying bottles every weekend. Sure, I'll have a good time, but like those are the things that I don't really care about. I'm not gonna spend as much money on. There's people that spend their whole damn paycheck on fucking gambling, trying to make their shit back. Which don't get me wrong. Yes, can you make money in gambling? Yeah, sure, but it gets to a point in time where if you don't learn how the game works and you're just doing shit just to do shit, you will lose all your money. So a lot of the stuff that I do spend money on is investing. It's all an investment in me. The car that I have, the gym membership that I have, the food I eat, the environments that I hang around, all this shit is conducive to my success because not only does it show me what's possible, but it also shows me how other people's how other people operate in certain situations and situations and circumstances. And what I mean by that is, let's say if there's a guy that's an entrepreneur that I meet at the gym, I can pick his brain, or like ask him certain questions about how he approaches his business, or what are some blind spots that you notice kind of like along the way throughout your career that you never really thought was a super prominent issue, or it could literally be anything. But I'm kind of just coming up with these questions off the whim. But I say that to say is like when you get in certain environments, you get different answers. You tend to realize when you are in environments where the gym pop are, they typically tell you the same thing, like, oh, work hard and do X, Y, and Z, and you'll be fine. Now, granted, now everyone's experience is gonna be unique to them, but it's gonna be up to you to determine if that advice is conducive to your success and where you want to go. If you wouldn't trade places with them, don't listen to them, honestly, because most of the time they're just going to be a hypocrite and tell you not to do that because they're just projecting their insecurities on you, saying that you can't do something because they can't, or they tried doing that and that didn't work for them. But there's 100 million different people that are on the internet doing the same thing that they tried and they quit. So basically, they quit on themselves, and that's something I refuse to do, is just quit on myself. So a lot of the money that I have invested in me, yeah, sure, it's a lot, but at the same time, it's been an investment in myself, and an investment in our craft, and an investment in me seeing what's genuinely possible. And it allows me to also push more and figure out how to make more money because I'm kind of putting my back against the wall. Like, hey, if I'm going to spend this amount of money, I have to make sure I stick to working on my craft. I have to stick to doing these disciplinary habits. I have to stick to doing the things that got me to this point. And I think people don't realize that is that most of the time the people that are talking shit about you, the moment they get money, they're just gonna blow it on dumb shit anyway. So why would you listen to someone that's, if they had the life that you desire to have, they'd fuck it off because they don't even, not only have they not built the person worthy of holding that shit and withstanding that shit and multiplying it, but they're just financially illiterate. All they know is like 9 to 5 job, 401k, and that's pretty much it. Like when you really don't know how money works, it gets to a point in time where people believe money's hard to make. Oh, you shouldn't be spending your money on that. Oh, that's expensive. Oh, why would you do that? That's dumb. It's only dumb to some people. It all really comes down to perspective. And when you talk to certain people, people may say like, "Oh, I don't think a first class flight is stupid." The reason why I say that is because I'm comfortable. I get to drink whatever I want. I get to eat. I get to be comfortable. I get the biggest seat on the fucking plane. I get to get on the plane first. I get to get off the plane first. My bag is already going to be right there at the baggage claim so I can have more time to do the things that I want to do. I don't have to wait at the terminal for 10, 15 minutes waiting for my bag to come out. I don't have to wait 20, 30 minutes just to get on the plane. I can drink whatever I want on the front of the plane. I can eat whatever I want on the front of the plane. It's also cleaner. Like, some people don't value those things. That's something I value. So obviously I fly first class. But I mean, at the same time, like, some people may say, oh, I'd never. I'm going to the same place. We're all going to the same place. Well, I mean, I'm 6'2" too, so I need my fucking leg room. So, I mean, obviously to each his own. Some people may say watches are stupid or buying cars are stupid. I don't think they're stupid. I think they're actually an entry point to having conversation with people that have those same interests. Because a lot of the time, the people that like cars, watches, and shit, like, they have a lot of money. And if they have a lot of money to spend 40, 50, $150,000 on a fucking watch, duh, they're gonna like the shit. So being able to have those conversations with those kind of people is the reason why I'm in those certain environments and why I have the car that I have and do the things that I do. Is just like, bro, like, it gets to a point in time where, like, when's enough of you saying, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't do that, oh, that's too much, oh, this is that. And it's like these people put these self-inflicting limitations on themselves because they don't they're just comfortable with being regular. And deep down they know they don't want to be regular, but they're not willing to do what it takes to not be regular. And I think that's one of the issues that people have when they're projecting their insecurities on them. Like, people really don't know how much work this shit really takes. Now me, I know it takes work, but like I also enjoy the work, so it doesn't feel like work. If you were to trade places with somebody else that was my age doing the shit that I do, bro, they would have quit a long time ago. And that just goes to the testament of my resilience, my effort, my consistency, my discipline. Like all these habits I've built up over time because I knew I'd be in this position to be able to withstand all the shit that's going on around me. And when you really focus on the personal development side, that's really all life is personal development. You can't outwork your personal development. And that comes with anything. Relationships, money, power, respect, belief, all that shit starts with you. And the way you conduct yourself is a reflection of how other people are going to treat you. And if you are getting the same outcomes of how people are treating you, or the same outcomes of the results that you're trying to get that are not the ones that you want to get, you have to do a reflection on yourself. Really assess, how am I thinking during these situations? How do I walk? How do I talk? How do I act? How do I think? Who do I want to be? And it's really like, you really like, the thing is, like, we're all unique individuals. Sometimes we do look the same, sure, but at the end of the day, we're all unique individuals. So why not make your own character? You are the main character, so I want you want to make your own character. Why are you trying to keep up with trends, doing this, doing that, doing shit that you know you don't even like, but since it's a trend and it's going viral on TikTok, you should do it? Like, no, like that shit is viral because it was unique at some point and everyone started doing it. So that one person, them doing that unique thing, allowed them to go viral. So it's like, you can't always do the same thing that everyone else is doing because you'll just be another statistic. But the moment you're the anomaly and you go against the grain and you try different things, that's where you can create your own trends and really make a name for your own self, and not have to depend or rely on somebody else's clout or inspiration or resilience to be able to get to where you want to go. Like a lot of the time, like, you have to understand and you have to realize like what it is that you generally want, but not only that, like, why do you want to do it? And when you really start to unpack why you want to do something, it gets to a point in time where, like, when you ask yourself these questions, it gets to a point where it's like, oh, like, that's why I want to do it. All right, let me double down. Let me figure it out. Or if you're asking yourself these questions, you're like, I don't know if I really want that. Cool, pivot, figure out something else that you really want to do, or what are you generally passionate about. And I'm glad I was able to find mine early. I found mine at like 17, 18, but for me, it was just something like, I didn't always want to do real estate. I mean, initially I wanted to go to school to be an engineer, and since I like cars and stuff like that, so I wanted to be a part of like tech and stuff like that. But then I was like, you know what? Like, I'll be capped income wise. Like, I'll probably be able to make a cool 300 to 500,000 a year, but that's not enough. And once I divoted and took a different path going into real estate, I knew that I can determine how much money I make. I can determine what opportunities I take. I'm not being told how much money I can make based on me hitting these quotas or having another man tell me how much money I can make. I'm the man and I'm writing my own paychecks, and that's the life that I wanted to choose, and that's the life that I'm living. So it really just gets to a point in time where are you willing to put your big boy pants on, nut the fuck up, and do what you need to do, bro? Like it's quite literally that simple. You can make up all these excuses of saying why you can't do something. All you're doing is just limiting yourself. I guarantee you there's someone out there in this world that's doing exactly what it is that you want to do and living the same life that you want to do. So what's generally stopping you? Genuinely ask yourself, what is stopping you? What's holding you back? And when you realize what's holding you back, you can really stop putting it on a pedestal and really realize, like, if he can have it, why can't I have it? And if he has that, how can I get myself to a point where I can have it? And when you actually start to ask yourself these questions, you get to thinking. And when you start to think, you get ideas. And when you get ideas, you start to capitalize on those ideas because it's getting you closer to your fucking goal. That's it for today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe.